BBC Radio Humberside, Carla here with you for your Tuesday, and joined in the studio by Dale Wells and Gemma Barron from the Turntable Gallery in Grimsby. We've been talking about the World Record Challenge. You're hoping to break the record of the number of messages in a bottle on display at one time, and it's currently 1,100 messages is the record. So hoping to smash that. And we've been talking about getting young children involved. I said I'll get my little girl to do one, and as we were talking about it, we were looking at some of the recent news items, odd messages in a bottle showing up, actually washed ashore. And I think in both cases it was children who sent the messages out.
Yeah, there was 3 children in Scotland, I believe.
Yeah.
That they'd sent one out about so many years ago, and it's been found again. I mean, it's like you said before, it's quite poetic, isn't it? It's quite beautiful to look back and see this thing, kind of go, wow, I remember I was so young, and the thoughts and feelings that come back at that time.
Yeah, I think in one case there was a bottle found in Denmark after it was thrown in to the North Sea at Sunderland, but that was 6 months later. I think these children in Scotland, it was 40 years ago that they actually sent the messages off, and then you find the messages written in them 40 years later, and like you were saying, Dale, it's the journey. That bottle might have been on, you're imagining where it's been.
Yeah, absolutely, and it could have crisscrossed the ocean, several times, couldn't it? And I mean, I think that if that was your mobile phone provider, you'd be onto them like a shot, wouldn't you? But I think that if it's something more analog like this, it just gives you that time to think, doesn't it? And imagine and sort of fantasize about these sort of voyages that these kind of, I guess, throwaway, ephemeral things might go on. And I think that art, in a lot of ways, from an art gallery, obviously, of course, has a very similar, timeless way of just calming you down and just sort of allowing you time to think, that you might not normally get in quite a hectic world.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said you're going to recycle the bottles and archive the messages, so they'll be kept.
That's right, yeah. So nothing is going to go to waste. The messages in the bottle themselves we're going to take out. Once we've smashed the world record, which we will do, we're going to take out the messages and we're going to archive them, and they're going to be kept at the gallery. So if anybody ever wants to come down to the gallery and just have a look through at all the messages that people have placed. I mean, obviously, if people don't want them to be read, we will obviously respect that, and we won't archive that. That's we do ask people if they don't wish for that to happen, we will put that on the piece of paper. But yeah, they'll be there for people just to have a look at, and hopefully we'll be able to get some photographs of the day so people can look back and kind of say, oh, I remember doing this, and oh, look at all these beautiful messages. And they can be anonymous, so you can put your name on. But it's a lovely way to be able to look back and just see what people thought about at the time.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. If you're going to put a death threat in, as Dale suggested, one might, probably don't put your name on that one, because then the police will be straight at your door. Tell me, Dale, about the Turntable Gallery in general.
Yeah, so we are the area, and that's North East Lincolnshire's only contemporary art gallery of its sort. Both myself and Darren Neve are co-directors. In fact, Darren's there at the moment washing the bottles, so he's doing the messy work. But yeah, the gallery was set up because we're both practicing artists. We're both contemporary artists with careers which have been national and international, and we knew there was a massive gap in the market for contemporary art, I guess, in Grimsby and those kind of places. We are areas which aren't often served that well by art, unfortunately. And somebody needed to do it, and we thought we can't just be hanging around for somebody else to riot on our behalf, I guess. And so we set that up, and it's been going amazingly well.
I'm pleased it has. And you mentioned Festival of the Sea, which is when these bottles will be on display.
Yes, that's 22nd of June.
22nd of June. And are you involved in that festival?
So we're going to be there on the day with all of our bottles. We invite people to come down and they can bring their own bottles at the day. There's going to be a lot of other things going on the day. I'm not 100% sure of it, but you know more about it than I do, don't you?
Yeah, so there's a range of events which are going to be taking place, everything from live performances to music to audience participation, such as ours, held by Swans Events. It's an amazing festival. It really does celebrate Grimsby's part of I guess, its nautical heritage, but also, seeks to look at the sea as a method of sort of creativity and sparking these kind of conversations. So, there's all sorts of things going on there. We do have, quite luckily, Red Sail, who are, they were part of the Turntable's flagship music and poetry and art evening. They're going to be performing there. But yeah, there's going to be all sorts. Please come down. It's for the whole family. There'll be something there for everyone.
Be brilliant. 22nd of June, and you'll see all the bottles, the thousands of bottles, the tens of thousands of bottles.
Thousands
As we break this record. It'll be good. Thank you both so much for coming in and telling us more. We've got the details for anyone listening who wants to get involved, so if they get in touch with us.
Yeah, and they're also on our website. Please just
Brilliant.
Google Turntable Gallery or Facebook. They're all on there. Send us in whichever method you feel is easiest.
Perfect. Thank you so much once again for coming in. Dale Wells and also Gemma Barron from the Turntable Gallery talking about that world record attempt. They need more than 1,100 messages in a bottle on display at one time. They've got until the 22nd of June to do it, so get involved in it if you can. And as you just heard, you can find out more on their website or on the Turntable Gallery Facebook page as well. I'm going to do one. I'm going to get my little girl to do one, and I'm going to give a bottle to Kofi as well. Probably tomorrow. I think you might have gone now, but we'll do that tomorrow. So get your message in a bottle and be involved.